Okay, fixing to plant seedlings. Green Eyed Lady, Doctor Who. So put it in there. Like that. Put the cover over top. Just like this. Put the date on it that I planted it, and the date I planted it into the pot. Now if you get some of them that are like too tall, too stringy, what you do, I'll pick a tall stringy one out. Okay, this is Super Lemon Haze. So what I do is come over here and I cut this. Cut that out. Push up the plug. Push up the plug like that. Then I get one of these long, stringy ones, just like this. So I got a hole all the way through. So now what I do is I push this all the way down, like this. Then I get this right here, and I cut it. So thick it is. Just like that. And I come over here, split it in half, and then just like this, like that. That way, she's not so flimsy, because I planted it all the way down to the bottom almost. I don't know if you can see it, but if they're real tall, you can push it all the way down to the bottom. But anyway, that's what I got so far. See, I'll cut a plug out of it. That way, if you get one that's too tall, too lanky, all you gotta do is just cut the bottom off. Always save your plugs. That way you can always prop them up using this. But that's what I got so far. Always face outwards. And then just water the tray as usual. That's what I got so far. And then as soon as they start getting rooted a little bit better than this, I take my top off, I cut this off, take that off, the wrapper, and then I plant one of my buckets right here with my soil on my rocks. Now once I get these planted, or once I get these in these pots, and I'm happy the way it's growing, I don't put it in here right away. I could, but you take all this off, cut this off, get your tag, get you one of these tags, mark down the plant name, the date that it's planted on there, and stick it in there. Take your top off, cut this off, take that off. Then come over here and just plant it in there. You want this down below surface level. Okay? You don't set it on top. obviously dig it out. Let me see. Okay, so what I do is portion this out. Okay, tilts down past this first, second level. Cut all this off. Still going. Cut all this off. Take this off. Put it in there right there. And then you want this a little bit lower than that. And you're pouring. Pour like that, and you just cover everything up all the way, because you don't want this exposed. You want rocks on top of this. So that's why you want to pour a lot of it out. That way you get below grade. And then just pile rocks around it. Like I said, I'm not doing that right now because if something happens and this plant dies in this 4-inch pot, I'm stuck in here. Now I got to pull it out, yada, yada, yada. So it's just easier for me to wait until you get not root out of there. When I see roots start coming out of the bottom, then I'll plant it in here. Remember, cut this off, take this off, plant below level, below this level, cover it up. Make sure you have at least 1 or 2 layers of rocks on top of the green. Anyway, that's what I got so far. And when I plant them in all these pots, I'll do some more videos. Of course, you gotta keep these hydrated. Fill this up. Light solution. So what I used was all this right here. It's all I use. And basically, wherever it says for seedling, use seedling. So basically, I use probably, can't remember, it's a 1/4 of a teaspoon or half. It's probably a 1/4 on a 5-gallon bucket, because I always like to go a little bit under. I mean, because I've been using this stuff for a long time. So I already got my solution mixed up. I mean, you can't even see it has nutrients in it. That's how thin it is. Just follow the instructions on label. I know it's quite confusing sometimes. For me it was. But basically, you put a quarter of every one of these, except for the bloom, obviously. Put a quarter of mag, fluoro, and grow. Use mag because I'm using RO water. RO water means everything's stripped out of it and no calcium, magnesium in it all. So I have to replace the calcium, magnesium, or else the plant won't do any good. And then just add it to my plants. But anyway, I'll keep everybody up to date on what's going on. I had a few die. So you have to pay close attention. These things will wilt and they will die. They will wilt and die. So even though I had water in it, it's on the top. You have to water from. You suck it up. It's just sometimes they'll just wilt and die. And that's how I pick my strong ones. I'll do more later.